Welcome to Bourbon School. I'm Marianne.
And I'm Brian, and today we are going to work hard to find out the truth about these two samples on the table today.
Whatever do you mean, Brian?
Get it?
Let's find out.
Coming right up.
Okay, Brian. So we are, like you so cleverly introduced in our opening,
Yes.
are going to be discussing hard truths.
Yes.
Hard truths all day today.
Hard truths.
Here on Bourbon School.
Yes.
We're going to be, we are doing two samples of their products. The sweet, I'm sorry, I can't see it again. The
Sweet Mash Rye.
Sweet Mash Rye and the four grain bourbon.
Okay, that is bottled in bond bourbon.
Wonderful. And then this was given to us by a viewer, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Brett Dills sent these to us. He watched our video where I gave like the 5 brands I want to have on the shelf this year.
Yep.
And Hard Truth was one of them.
Awesome.
So he was kind enough to send us a couple samples. We actually sent him a couple of Weller samples because he had not tried any.
Awesome.
So Brett, thank you very much.
Yeah,
we appreciate
thank you.
So yeah, what we've got here is, we'll do the bourbon first.
I'm sorry, you guys. You're going to have to bear with us today. We're both working on some colds here.
Yeah, we both got a cold. Okay, so we'll start with the Hard Truth 4-grain bourbon.
Okay.
So this is, I believe, one of kind of their basic line. They've got a basic line, and then they've got a limited edition reserve collection that I really want to talk about.
Okay.
But this is Sweet Mash 4-grain bourbon bottled in bond. Now, first question I want to ask you, and let's see if you know.
Uh-oh.
Do you know what sweet mash means? Fun fact, I didn't really know until I had seen it before, but I didn't really know what it meant until I started investigating Hard Truth and wanting to know more about it.
Well, I obviously don't, but I feel like I want to give it a shot.
Okay.
So my instinct is to think that they put, it's more sweeter something that they put in the mash.
You would think that, but you'd be wrong. So sweet mash is the opposite of sour mash. Now, you know the mash is the grain bill they use to make it. So
yes.
Sweet mash means it's 100% new grains and ingredients.
Okay.
A sour mash bourbon, they take a little bit from a previous batch and mix it in with the new grains from the new batch. It's supposed to promote consistency.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But this is fresh ingredients every time.
Okay.
So that's what sweet mash
sweet
is. So
mash.
now we know that. So the first one we're drinking is the bottled in bond. It says produced in small batches of 30 or fewer barrels. Bottled in bond, obviously, and we know all the things that go into bottled in bond. Mash bill, 78% corn, 9% rye, 9% wheat, 4% malted barley. So this is very
Corn forward.
heavy on the corn, yeah. 100 proof, obviously, because it's bottled in bond. Okay, so let's get into it and give it a try now.
It really smells good.
This is truly our first Hard Truth that we've tried.
Truly. Get it? Truly.
Yeah, I got it. I just chose to
Ignore
skip right over it.
Yeah, per usual.
Okay, it smells really, it almost smells like it has a finish on it. Like it smells, it's a really nice smell. It smells,
It's got a very nice smell.
and it smells very clean, like crisp.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
does that make sense? Okay.
Okay, there is a little bit of burn on the nose for sure.
But it's very pleasant.
Yeah,
I think it smells
not
very
a bad
nice.
way. I'm picking up on something and I can't put my finger on what it is exactly that I'm smelling. It could be because of my cold. I can't, my senses are deadened a little. Don't make a reaction. No reaction.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
An extremely aromatic finish. Like, are you getting like this aroma?
yeah.
Like buttery.
Yep.
Almost like you would get with wine. Like that.
Oh, like the end of a white wine kind
Yes.
of? Yeah.
Oh my God. I didn't want to say white wine, but yes, white wine.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, so first of all, there, I actually got the hug, and I know it's 100 proof, so it's not really where our wheelhouse is per se, but this did give the hug going down.
Okay. So a couple things I will say while you're working out your feelings on the flavors.
There's this.
There is no graininess.
No.
Like, it's I think they said it's at least 5 years old. I think it's more than, like Bottled and Bond has to be 4, I believe. Maybe you put it on the bottle, 5-year Bottled and Bond. It's got a little more age on it. I don't get any graininess or youthfulness on it. And I'm getting a lot of fruitiness on it. And it's funny because as soon as I drank it, as soon as it hit my palate, I said apple. And I look down and look at this flavor note.
I can't.
It says Honeycrisp apples. Honeycrisp apples and butterscotch lead into rich tobacco and oak. And I don't think I'm getting a butterscotch, but I'm definitely getting a buttery aroma on the finish.
Okay, now that you said butterscotch, here's what I'm going to tell you. I was going to say I feel like I'm on the boardwalk. Not like with Rebecca Creek, where I get that caramel popcorn flavor, but I feel like if I was on the boardwalk and I was smelling like maybe them making popcorn, and I know what it is. When you walk into the candy shop on the boardwalk and you can smell that like, I guess it's when they're making butterscotch candy. Do you know what I'm talking about when you walk in and you get that smell when you walk into a candy shop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the cooking burnt sugar.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm getting here.
But I don't find this to be very sweet.
No.
It is sweet enough. Like, it's sweet enough that you know it's a bourbon. It is not overly sweet, and I think a lot of the flavors notes that I'm getting are not sweet notes. Like, I don't know if I get tobacco and oak. There is a very interesting kind of peppery finish on it.
There's pepper in there. I am not getting any sort of tobacco at all, like I do with a rye. I just took my third sip. I'm telling you, it's like walking into a candy shop.
It's good.
That is exactly what I'm getting.
It is good. I mean, for the first one we tried, it's good enough where I want to try more of their stuff.
All right, you ready to try the rye?
Into the rye. Yeah.
These are, can I have
the
your glass,
next one,
please?
yes.
Thank you.
The next one we're trying,
okay.
The second one is, I believe it's just the Sweet Mash Rye.
Okay.
And I'm trying to
So Sweet Mash means, again, that they don't use things over and over. Oh, boy, I totally did not equal pour. I know.
Okay, here we go.
Sorry.
Sweet Mash Rye.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. So here are the specs on the Sweet Mash Rye.
Okay, keep your bourbon on the left so that you remember.
It's Hard Truth's debut Sweet Mash whiskey to the market. So this was like their original.
Excuse me.
Which one is the rye?
I'm putting the bourbon on the left. Okay. Yes.
Produced in small 30-barrel batches and
Neat.
bottled uncut and unfiltered at barrel strength. So this is barrel strength, and that proof is 116.
Wow, that's like our sweet spot here. We like that.
And I think that probably varies because they don't give a hard and fast number for proof.
Okay.
And I've seen some that are like 115 point something. So maybe this one, Brett put 116 proof, so it must vary depending on the batch.
Okay.
Okay.
Make sure you drink some water.
Oh. That does not, you definitely get some rye, but that smells really nice, like rich.
Okay. So.
I do like the nose on this one a lot.
Very interesting.
And guys, in fairness, our sense of
smell is off right now. This is just burning my nose.
Really? Oh
yeah.
No, I'm getting a nice sweetness. Definitely you get the rye. I think it's nice. Again, to me, no ethanol, no graininess.
And I'm getting a ton of ethanol.
Maybe your nose is worse off than mine right now, and you're only, like, the ethanol is the only thing that can punch through, maybe.
It could be.
All right. Let's give it a try.
Okay, now fans of the channel will know that I am not a rye person. Lauren and I both lean towards wheated bourbons more than rye.
That is a bourbon drinker's rye.
Yeah.
You don't like it?
Well, you didn't even let me finish
Sorry,
my
go ahead. Sorry.
I am still getting a tobacco flavor from it for sure. I feel like if you ever did a blind and there was only one rye in a bunch, I would be able to find the rye every time.
Okay.
Because of how strong that tobacco flavor is to me.
So do you think this one is easily identifiable as a rye?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
Now, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm getting a real nice burn in the back of my throat. You definitely taste the proof. The other thing, and I've never really gotten a mint note on a rye, and B, I've always thought that the mint note would be gross. It's almost cooling my tongue, like when you have something minty. Like,
I'm not getting that.
It's interesting.
But I can tell you that it has, this is going to sound so weird, it has coated my entire tongue, and my tongue is burning. And it's not unpleasant. It's actually nice because I feel like it's a whole feel. A whole mouth feel.
Yeah.
Is that weird? Is that a weird thing to say?
No, that's like, that is a thing that you want.
Oh.
Like that like is the viscosity. It's got some like some thickness to it, and coating your mouth is actually a very nice. It's the opposite of being watered down.
Okay.
Basically,
so I will tell you, as I've taken my third sip, the tobacco flavor has gone away. I am not able to pick out any tasting notes in this today. I don't want to just bullshit some answer. It tastes good. I like it. I like it better than most ryes that I've had, but I am not able to pick out any particular notes in this one.
So I think it's sweeter than the bourbon. I'm getting like black pepper and mint, but then like a really nice, like not caramelly sweetness, like a burnt sugar sweetness. And
I want to go back to the bourbon.
It sticks around for a long time. I don't know that the finish is as long as the bourbon, but the finish is, I think the rye is a much more interesting pour. And that might be because it's 116 proof. I mean, there's a little more to it. I think the bourbon, if I was going to grade them, I would go B- on the bourbon, B+ on the rye.
Okay.
I think the rye at this point is a much better pour. It's more complex. Obviously, the proof helps with that, but I think it is a way more interesting pour than the bourbon.
Okay, I'm going to flip-flop your responses.
Okay.
I'm going to say B+ on the bourbon and a B- on the rye.
Okay. And here's the reason I was so intrigued by, like, my interest in Hard Truth was not because of these. Like, these, I figured they're going to be pretty basic, and they are. I mean, there's nothing life-changing here.
No.
But then they have this limited edition reserve collection. You ready for some of these? A lot of them are rye, so you might not be crazy about them, but French Oak Harvest Rye.
Oh, I might like that.
They have a barrel finish reserve, which I'm not really sure what that is all about, but so unfiltered, and I don't know what its finish is. Sweet Mash Rye, finished in cognac, sauternes, PX sherry, and PX brandy.
What is a sauterne?
It's a wine. We had a sauternes finished bourbon before. They've got Master Distiller's Reserve Blend, which I believe is just a rye or bourbon, like a special pick. Double Oaked Sweet Mash Rye, Maple Brulee Rye.
Why are they so into rye?
Harvest Rye, which actually, Harvest Rye is the only one that Kathy has, and I think I'm going to want to go get that.
Why are they making so much rye?
Sweet Mash Rye, finished in French Oak Cognac barrels. I feel like maybe, because it said that the rye was their first release, maybe they are primarily a rye and they're kind of dabbling in bourbon. But the nice thing about it, they are in Indiana, but they make their own stuff. They are not sourced. This is their distillate, their bourbon. And I got to say,
it's good.
For the basic offerings, I'm pretty impressed.
Can you tell me the price? We didn't discuss the price.
Oh, okay. So looked it up. The Sweet Mash Rye actually is kind of expensive, but it is a higher proof. It's about $70. The bottled in bond bourbon is about $60.
Okay.
And then they also have a wheated bourbon and a Sweet Mash bourbon, and they're around $50. So those are like their basic offerings.
So that would keep my grade the same, based on the price.
Yeah,
like I wouldn't change. No, I think that's fair.
Yeah, and I don't think $70 is bad for that rye. I mean, you're getting some proof, and I think it's pretty complex for what you're getting. So.
Yeah, I think my palate was off today.
Yeah, you think so? Well, but I think, I mean, it's not like you didn't taste anything.
No, I just felt a little off.
Okay. Well,
sorry, guys.
All right, guys. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell for notifications.
So you never miss another episode of Bourbon School.
I'm cheering with my rye.
I'm cheering with my bourbon.
Cheers.
Cheers. Welcome to Bourbon School. I'm Marianne.
And I'm Brian, and today we are going to, you ready for this? We're going to work hard to find out the truth about these two bourbons on the table. See what I did there?
I can't concentrate.
Why?